Let's swear him in first.
Oh, good. All right. I, Russ Fobb, do solemnly swear that I support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Iowa, and I will faithfully and impartially, to the best of my ability, discharge all the duties of Mayor of Peosta, Iowa, as now or hereafter required by law.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And thank you to the audience.
Speech to amendment, please. Call the meeting to order. Come in, pledge of allegiance. Pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Bye-bye. Do we have a roll call, please?
Doug,
Here.
Alexis, here, Justin,
Here.
John, Jerry.
Thank you. A move to approve the amended agenda.
Make a motion to approve the amended agenda. A second. Doug, aye.
Alexis, I.
Russ, aye.
Justin, I.
Aye. Jerry, aye.
Any citizen comments this evening?
Anyone?
I don't see anyone. Not That exciting anymore.
Sorry, I'm the new guy. Consent agenda. Discussion for the consent agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I'll second it.
Doug, aye.
Alexis, I.
Justin, I.
John, aye. Jerry.
At this time, I'd like to appoint Justin as the mayor pro tem. Talked with him and he agreed to take on that role. Thank you, Justin. I do not have a monthly report today. I'm here, I'm new, so I will have something ready the next time. If anyone has any questions right now, I'd be. All right, moving on. Stacy's not here. I think everyone knows that. So unless anyone had talked to her or emailed her, had anything to bring to the meeting for, we'll move on from there. And move on to police update. Mike?
Yeah, you guys have my report in front of you. A couple new things throughout the month. With the new car purchase with the Charger, I said that we're waiting on Raycom to install a couple of the watch guard parts, which watch guards are our camera system. Currently today, they installed that. The car is fully functioning on the road, 100% good to go right now. Next thing, the AED grant. I talked to you guys about that last week. I didn't have that on my report because it was, new. But I advise you guys that I had 3 new AEDs that I got from the state of Iowa. I was awarded the grant and they will be here sometime between late February, early March. They didn't give me a specific time. But with that said, we did get the 3 AEDs, and with our old AEDs, I'm going to work with Stacy and whoever else that needs it. I know 1 will go down by the ball fields, possibly 2. Not sure yet, but we're going to place them if Dean needs one, with his area down there at the shop. We're going to place them wherever they need them. So they're still going to be usable. They're just older, but they're still usable. So I guess that's a good thing that we can place them in other areas in the city. New speed side grant that was through GTSB and the ICAP safety grant. Basically, we have this GTSB grant money that we use for overtime for when we do STEP. That's what this grant is. And the ICAP grant is a $1,000 grant that we get through ICAP for public safety or any. Can you elaborate on that, Karen? Is it basically?
It's any safety items. We've purchased first aid kits for the ball fields. We've purchased, it's hard to remember, there's $1,000 that we're eligible for every year. I think we have done PD stuff.
We have.
Have we done anything for you guys? We might have done eye wash stations a while ago. So. just-
So, yeah, with that being said, with
Safety.
that grant, using that money for a speed sign that's going to be located, it's gonna look like the one off of Ginger Peosta Street when you're coming into town. It's gonna look just like that one. It'll flash the thank you, slow down, exactly the same. It collects the same data as that one's gonna be the exact same time. And that one is gonna be in front of Premier. We've had some complaints of speeding down through there with that business district. So I thought that was an appropriate place to put it at, for that area. We can always move the signs. I don't like doing that just because of they are solar. So once you have them up, we like to keep them up. So we'll still have the other sign, which is battery operated. We'll still be able to move that around from place to place also. So it's just another tool in our toolbox, basically, that's gonna be paid for through the grants.
When are we looking to purchase that sign for down there, Mike?
It is already purchased. I'm gonna receive it in 4 to 6 weeks.
Because that street is gonna be under.
Correct. And at that point, then we can, once it's under construction, we can move it somewhere else for the time being if we need to. I mean, there's no point to have it there under construction during that time. They can be moved, they're just kind of a pain in the butt, aren't they? Yeah. That's why we tend to keep them in the same area. Maybe Uliana, we've had concerns of speeding on Uliana, so we can maybe put it there for the time being too. It's just where I think it's probably the best location for the time being. Other than that, seems to be no issues or that came to us on that. And then we just had our trainings that we've been doing. So with what's in front of you is part of the Public Works C Resolution Authority, the Rural Transportation Program grant. We'll talk about that when it comes. That's part of what I threw in front of you.
Okay.
That's all I have for what I got to report.
All right. Thanks, Chief. Public, sorry.
Can we back up on under Parks and Rec, and even though Stacy wasn't here, there is a resolution for the program.
We had discussed this at the work session, and I think we agreed to move forward with ECIA. And it was a $500.
Yeah, $500 commitment per year.
Okay.
That's not like they're gonna extend the program 5 years.
Okay. Any further discussion needed on that?
Do we need a vote?
Do we need-
Approving the resolution,
Yes.
please.
I'll make a motion for the Keep Iowa Hometown Pride program.
Second.
Doug, aye.
Alexis, I.
Justin, I.
Jerry, aye.
Thank you, Karen. With that, we'll move on to Public Works.
Sorry.
You're up, no problem.
Nothing to add to the monthly report. I can do a little bit of a review on the project. One of the only construction projects we have taking place. I guess, does anybody have any questions that I could possibly try to answer due to that project or anything else that's
Are they getting about
report?
that extension we gave them? It's about up, ain't it?
That extension's expired.
Expired.
Yeah,
They haven't asked for another one?
they haven't asked for another one, and I've mentioned it to them numerous times already. So
Are they working?
they are working consistently. They were there yesterday. They're off the remainder of the week. They possibly might be back on Friday due to work safety sessions going on throughout the week for the company. The directional driller company will be back tomorrow. He's gonna do some directional drilling, and then I think next week, they're talking 40s in one of them days, and he's supposed to be back then to pull my knowledge at this point, so that may change by tomorrow too.
Do you have an idea what type of timeline they're looking at yet?
Timeline, I mean, they should be getting down there on a time frame. I'm gonna say probably at the end of February, in all reality.
Really weather driven at this point, isn't it?
It has been, but considering that, the weather we've been having this week. They've been pretty fortunate. Unfortunately, they have their safety meetings, so. It's nothing that's hard for us, but we don't want to, not something we want to pass along with them as well. But I feel as long as they stay consistent on it, they're making progress, that's a benefit as well.
Any other questions for Dean? All right. Resolution providing a list of transportation the next 3 years that are eligible for the Dubuque County Rural County Transportation Program funding.
This too was a topic at our work discussion, so before you was a resolution forward with those projects that we identified.
No,
No,
No, that's what these are.
What do you need from us? Do you need
need a motion.
motion?
Motion to approve the resolution providing a list of transportation priorities within the city of Peosta for the next 3 years.
I'll second it.
Doug, aye.
Alexis, I.
Justin, I.
John,
Carries. Next, resolution authorizing the filing of a Dubuque County Rural Transportation Program for the crosswalk installations in the city of Peosta, Iowa.
This is just the second part of that resolution that you just passed, saying that we're going to file and have these on record as the projects that we intend to use the money for. So we'll need a motion for this as well.
I'll make a motion to approve the resolution authorizing the filing of a Dubuque County Rural Transportation Program grant application to assist in the funding.
Doug, aye.
Alexis, I.
Justin, I.
Aye.
Motion carried.
With that being said, that was part of what I was gonna discuss with you guys, and then I apologize. I didn't
That's
get a
okay.
chance to
That's okay.
see this, but what you guys have in front of you, I've been doing some, remember last council meeting, the staff meeting a month ago, he brought up about the signs that are in the middle of the road that are not in compliance. I don't know if you guys remember that or not. So if you look through 2, and it'll have numbers on it, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Those are what the current pictures of what the signs look like out there. And if you look at number 5, that's the sign that's not in compliance, or like they're pretty much not all in compliance just because they're just old signs they need to be replaced. So at very minimum, what we'll have to do is replace the signs just to get it in compliance. So an option is I spoke with a guy named Rod Cooey. He's out of Worthington, Iowa. Midwest Patch is the business, and that's what you guys are seeing right here. And the main one I want to show you, this is the crosswalk of what, if you guys want to look at this page here, if you guys see it, that one. So you guys can see the difference of the different crosswalks, what they have. Now, if you look at the top pictures, the one picture at the top, they all have like the lights. That's the new addition. That's what they say like Dubuque is going to. New Vienna and other smaller departments, they're getting the halogen light, and you can see the bottom picture. You can see that it's a motion activated light for nighttime, where the light will just turn on when somebody's in front of it. But you can kind of see also that they're solar powered, and I'm assuming this one over here is not solar. This is powered just by electricity. But you can see the difference. You can have the flashing lights down below. You can have the lights right on the sign here, or you can have the flashing lights above. It's whatever you guys decide. For price wise, what I was told for a pair, I'm talking 2 of them at one side of each side of the intersection where we're going to do it, was $11,500. So just wanted to kind of show you guys,
And that's for all of them, Mike, or either, any of the choices about 11.5?
yes. And that's just an approximate cost, but it's relatively pretty close to that. It's 11,500. And the other picture you guys have is the crosswalk, what we currently have in our, this one right here. That's the one we currently have that, obviously Dean doesn't like those because we're compromised, they're a pain. So if we're gonna do something like with this grant, if we're gonna put something like this in, we'll get rid of those in there because it'll be lit up enough and have enough motion activity of lighting where I don't think we're gonna need it. Now, are they still a good tool? Yes, I think they can be an asset out there just because, hey, people slow down when they see them. Are they legal? That was the other question last meeting. Yes, they are legal. Other towns do have them. But they can be pricey. So I have $400 approximate price for them. And I think what Dean was telling me, that was $400 for just the top. Yeah. And then possibly another $400 for the bottom. So probably $800 for a sign. That's just a guess. Does that sound appropriate?
Yeah, I think it was around that $700 for complete with the base.
So I guess from there, what Dean and I were wondering, do you guys want to pursue having that in the crosswalk? Or should we just hold off until we figure out what we want with the grants or what we're gonna do with the grants?
And that 11,000 for the light, correct me if I'm wrong, Mike, that does not include the installation or the pole.
Correct.
or the base.
It does include the pole and the base, basically everything you see in there, not the installation. That'll be on you guys to install.
So where any of these crosswalks lights are gonna go? Is there power by there so they run solar panel? Guy can
We could
power.
maybe,
Hardwire them,
The what?
so you can hardwire them.
Yeah.
we could probably jump power off of a street light.
I just curious because I think solar panels are great till batteries get cold and don't work.
I guess they're
I
no
can see that
different.
be a
What I was
positive.
distracted was no different than the skate sides. They have enough power and it goes to a battery where it should never affect that unless you don't have sun for all the days at a time where it would be an issue like that. But yeah, obviously hardwire would be the way to go.
We were talking about putting them out here, right?
Correct, yeah. So there's already one set here. We need another set to the other side.
So my question is, do we? I like the crosswalk sign, but with the lights and everything like that, is it necessary? I mean, how many people walk that night that need the lights to cross the street?
That's a good question.
I mean, I guess
don't know. Is it necessary? I don't know. Does it come with it? Yes. And I don't know if it comes any cheaper with those lights.
My point is maybe is if that's not the right spot, maybe down by the ball diamonds.
So we're talking possibly with this grant, we would have a set down there. The problem is with down there, can't really have a crosswalk because there's no sidewalks on that side, on the other side where the parking is. So we'd have to put sidewalks in on that side to have the crosswalk over to that side. But yeah, that'd be a great location.
Just saying that's where.
For two of them, actually, one at each section, for the ball fields, the little kids ball field, and then for the adult. That'd be a great location.
Positioning down there might be a little bit difficult too with the park.
I'm just saying that at night, that's when people are.
Correct.
That's where the greatest need would be.
I'm the ideas guy.
But the only thing I see might be difficult down there with the
We
parking,
need the money.
as far as positioning the signs.
Where to put them? Where to put them?
Yep.
I don't know, just food for thought.
All right.
Nothing up by Seaton's. Crosswalk up there, is there? Back Springs, yeah. There's no sidewalk.
We need to back up because that resolution, we identified 3 different locations for these. That was Peosta Street, Birds, up here by Seton Catholic, and then Cox Spring, is that correct? Yeah.
That was what was discussed.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, we had 3 or 4.
That was before I saw the ones with lights. That, I mean, I think they're good.
Again, the problem is down there, there's a sidewalk, so there's really no way to put a crosswalk in down there.
You're leading them.
But that's just information for you guys to kind of see what
Anyone's funding is.
Obviously, as we get closer, we'll have harder numbers for it.
Okay. Anything else on that? We passed the resolution already, so. Any other discussion? Any other questions? Thanks, Chief. Anything else for Public Works? Cover? Need to set a public hearing date for fiscal year 23 budget maximum property tax dollars.
Okay, this is a state requirement, so we need to set the public hearing, so I would suggest we go to the next meeting, February 22nd. To set that public hearing.
I'll make a motion, to set the public hearing for February 22nd for budget maximum property tax dollars.
Second, Doug, aye.
Alexis, I.
Justin, I.
John, I.
Motion carries. Third reading of ordinance 2022-01, amending A1 through I1 of the zoning code. Do we need?
Nothing really need to be said, it's just the third reading, so.
Okay.
We need a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the third reading ordinance 2022-01, amending A1 through IA of the zoning code.
Second, Doug, aye.
Alexis, I.
Justin, I.
John, I.
Carries. Adoption of ordinance 2022-01, amending A1 through.
This is the adoption.
We need a.
Just need another motion.
Make a motion to adopt the ordinance 2022-01, amending A1 through IA of the zoning code.
Second, Doug, aye.
Alexis, I.
Justin, I.
John, I.
Carries. Resolution approving request of Interstate Power and Light Company to lease, sell, or otherwise excess communication lines currently installed and located within the city right of way, consistent with the terms, provisions, and restrictions set forth herein.
This is another item that was discussed at the work session, so have any questions at this point? I did check out the franchise fee that would be tacked onto the consumer's bill. So again, I mean, it's for discussion, maybe not right now. So we would need a motion to approve.
So we approve this. Then will we have an opportunity to discuss the fees on top of that at a later date?
We can, yeah, absolutely. They're open to, obviously, to raising franchise fees because it's not hurting them at all. Back on the consumer.
Right, and that's, I guess that's a concern I kind of have.
Right, but I mean.
We're able to discuss that at a
We
later.
are, yeah, they're completely open to that.
You don't have to decide on an amount.
Right, that decision's made later.
Yes, we can do it at any time. Need a motion.
Need a motion.
I'll make a motion approving the request for Interstate Power and Light. I'll second.
Doug, aye.
Alexis, I.
Justin, I.
John, I.
Motion carries. Need a motion to go into closed session in accordance with chapter 1, Iowa, which reads as follows: to discuss the purchase or sale of particular real estate only where premature disclosure could be reasonably expected to increase the price the governmental body would have to pay for that property or reduce the price the governmental body would receive for that property. So we'll need a motion there.
And a motion that someone would read that through, and I apologize.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
I'll make a motion to go into closed session in accordance with chapter 21.5, 1J of State Code of Iowa, which reads as follows: to discuss the purchase, sale of particular real estate only where in premature disclosure reasonably expected to increase the price of governmental body would have to pay for the property to increase the price of governmental body would receive.
Jerry, you seconded that?
Yep, I did.
Thank you, thank you.
Doug, aye.
Alexis, I.
Justin, I.
John, I.
Okay, one moment.